Listen, I'm Melissa and I'm here with
Candy Vine.
and today we're going to do a wee interview. Right, who or what got you to drag?
Well, I went to a local drag show about 3 years ago here in Glasgow, funnily enough. I just saw what the local queens were doing and stuff and just fell in love with it. I was like, I just loved how like confident they were and like just dead not caring. And it was the first RuPaul show I saw.
The first like show?
Oh, it was the Mother Tucker queens that I now regularly perform with. The local queens here in Glasgow. Check them out.
Right, let's try not to be stole my ideas. How did you start doing drag? Or we just answered the question, didn't we?
Kind of just did.
Who's the top 3 queens you've met? And I'm saying 3 because I know you have a whole list.
Yeah, I do. Well, Shangela, because she was absolutely lovely, total sweetheart. So I just met Miss Vanjie last week. She was really, really nice. I mean, they're all lovely. Like, I don't think there's any queen that I've met that I didn't like. Derek Barry was amazing. Loved him. I'm a bit of a Britney fanatic, so yeah.
Then there's me who's not met from RuPaul's Drag Race. I've kind of met Courtney, but it doesn't count. I've seen her at Pride.
No, you've got to break that though and go to a show.
I know, I'll try. What's the biggest crowd you performed to?
I was at the Drag Festival a few weeks ago here in Glasgow. That was probably the biggest crowd. There was a huge turnout for that.
How many people do you think there was around about?
I don't know, you're talking 80, 90 people or something. It was a big crowd. Which for me is big anyway.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. What made you decide to go for like a short wig hairstyle?
I don't know. For me, it's more about the fringe than the short hair. Because I think I look older without my fringe, and I tend to get clocked more without my fringe. Like people know that I'm a man when I not got that. So I don't know what it is.
Sia.
I've got a manly forehead. I get that a lot. It's Sia or Jessie J are the two I usually
like
get.
half black.
But to be fair, I love Sia. I've performed with her a few times, so I'll take that.
Wait, you've what?
Performed with Sia several times.
That's pretty cool. How did you find out about drag? Or was that by the local drag show?
It was through both the local drag show and my brother. And my brother showed me Willem's Beatdown was the first thing he ever showed me.
God.
And I was like, who is this bitch? I love her.
Your
like,
wife
yeah.
was?
That was it. I had to look it all up and did my research and stuff, and yeah.
The one with this was on fire, probably the best one so far. Oh, that's like the best one so far. Do you feel that there should be a show like RuPaul's Drag Race in the UK?
I do and I don't. Like, RuPaul's Drag Race has been great for drag, right? But I think a lot of people seem to think that that's all drag is, and they put drag into a box, and it doesn't fit into a box. Like,
It doesn't show the full side to it.
It doesn't show the full side to it, and I think sometimes it shows a very ugly side to it and very judgy side
It's like
to it.
the editing they do, and it's like...
But everybody watches RuPaul's Drag Race and they think they know drag because of that, but drag is so different. Like, you'll see I don't do what your standard queen on RuPaul and stuff does, and like, so queens like me get forgotten about because of shows like that.
Sorry, can I just say I agree with you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think if RuPaul's Drag Race ever came here, I would be the kind of queen that would make the cut, because I don't do what other queens do.
Because they make it like it's a certain standard they do, and they're like...
You need to be drawing on your eyebrows, using fake lashes,
be
wearing
like, nope.
all this. If you're not wearing nails, you're not wearing drag. I don't wear nails. Like, it is what it is. Like,
you don't wear heart all the time.
It's great for bringing drag to a younger audience and making it more public, but no, I don't know.
Who are the best queens to share a stage with?
See, I love all the queens that share a stage. That's going to sound really diplomatic, but it's true. Like, every queen here in Glasgow does something unique and different, and that's why I think they're all amazing. They all bring something different. I can take something from everybody I meet. They've all been dead supportive. Like, if it wasn't for the queens here, I wouldn't have a gig.
They're
you know
very
what
helpful.
I mean? They're very, very helpful. Like, so I love them all.
What's the best part in drag?
Confidence. Like, it might strike you as odd. People think that drag queens are these super confident people. For me personally, it's the polar opposite. See, out of drag, I'm not confident at all. I don't like myself. I'm like, I don't even go out and socialise and stuff. But like this, I'm like an entirely different person. It's like a switch flips,
That's
and
what
I'm so confident. Yeah.
We have heard of that kind of thing before, that people have said it just brings them a lot of confidence to do drag because they feel it brings them out their shell a bit more.
It absolutely does. At the same point, I've always said I think the drag for me is more like a mask, believe it or not. Like, I'm in a disguise. I'm somebody else, so I can go out, I can have a laugh, and it doesn't matter. Nobody knows who the hell I am.
Exactly.
And,
You know, you're someone else. You know, you just kind of become this alter ego almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what Detox was saying. He was like, Matthew Sanderson's shy, but Detox is very lively. Can you tell us a bit about any upcoming shows you've got?
The next one I'm doing is Draggy Curie at AXM on the 21st of September. It's a charity gig for Marie Curie Cancer. Tickets are still on sale, so get some.
Good cause.
It's I'm not organising it, but I'm involved in it. It's a huge lineup. There's like 14 queens doing it.
That's massive.
I won't give you too much about what I'm doing, but it's like a Jesse James spy thing going by my look and that, so yeah. It's going to be fun.
What's the hardest part of drag, do you think, to you?
Getting noticed, getting your gigs and stuff. Like, it is a case of banging on doors and begging for gigs sometimes, especially here in Glasgow. There's so many queens that there's a big competition for those slots, so if you're not something super amazing, you don't get the gigs, you know what I mean? Like, it's very much sometimes about who you know, which is great and not so great.
So it's about networking.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's also be like downside to like having like a big massive local group, is that it's hard to get it, especially like RuPaul's Drag Race. Always like, oh, you want this queen, that queen, and you're like,
it's like, no disrespect to any queens, there are so many queens here, and there are certain queens that just grab the gigs and they get them like that, and others are banging their doors to get them. Like, there are certain shows and things I know I can approach and I'll get the gig, but I'd like to broaden that and do more.
can you tongue pop?
Oh god.
I can't do it. Like,
So
I
bad.
wish it is.
Come
Like,
on, Melissa.
I can't do
Ask
it.
me and not do it back.
I can't do it. Do it the Bianca
You need
way.
to moisten it. You need to moisten your lips first and all that.
Or if you wanted to cheat, do a Sharon needles and get hairspray lids and scope them.
Yeah.
Allah said, if you're watching this, you bitch will be able to tongue pop better than anyone else.
She didn't invent the
Shade.
tongue, can I have, you know?
I wish she made it popular. The way she does it, she like does it like with like.
Just no effort.
How did you get your first drag show?
I just put my name down. The show that I do, Mother Tucker, they have a sign-up system, so like you can go onto their Facebook page and sign up to perform, and they'll take anybody, regardless of who you are, what you do, drag, non-drag, whatever. I knew them anyway. I was attending the show on a weekly basis, and they have themed shows, so I used to show up dressed for the theme.
That's pretty cool.
And so they just kind of started to recognise who I was, and the one week I just braved it and went, I'm going to do it, and I've never looked back since.
That's pretty cool. How did you get your drag name?
Well,
Let me tell you a story.
no, Joe, it's really actually quite sad. There's a dog in my bag. No, it's quite a sad story. Basically, Vine came from, remember the app Vine?
Yeah.
Right, well,
It's
Candy
okay.
Vine was a character created for Vine because I was making Vine videos and I created Candy for that. And so Vine came from the app, and then Candy was just because my persona was always like this sweet, like lovely person, so I was like, I wanted something like that, so Sweetie's Candy. And then it kind of had a double meaning, which I accidentally stumbled upon, where the Candy Vine sounds like divine at the end, so I was like, it just worked. And I stuck
Yeah,
with it.
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
You know what? That works.
Yeah.
For anyone wondering why we were laughing, a dog just there went in her back. A dog just went to like our stuff.
There's nothing worth stealing except my makeup, maybe. And
The
my makeup's all
dog's just like
Prada mark, so.
How do you usually interact with a crowd?
It's very crowd dependent. Like, you know, you get some crowds that are really into it and others that not so much, and you have to put a bit more effort in to get response. But I mean, I think I'm quite an approachable person anyway, so I chat to everybody and stuff. I love a good chin wag, and yeah.
Chin man, I like that. Unless you, like I said, what you don't have a chin.
I'm not particularly like hilariously funny or anything, so I wouldn't say like I go down the comedy route making everybody laugh and stuff. I just have a chat. I'm just myself.
That's the best way to be.
Agreed.
If you're on RuPaul's Drag Race, what would be the first thing you said to enter the workroom?
Well, that's a good way to start.
What did you walk into the workroom?
I just laugh.
Just walk into the workroom like this.
To be fair, just doing an Oscar and wear an animal mask.
I'd probably just walk in and be like, I'm here. Like, I'm really soft
I
spoken
don't
and
interview
stuff. Like,
someone and they're like, I would go in and say I'm a bottom.
I know I said I'm like dead confident in drag, but see, walking into a room full of strangers initially, I probably wouldn't. I probably would be silent. I'd just walk in and smile and wave. Be like,
That's
"Hi."
literally
Walk in, smile and wave. Right, there's people here.
Unless I was first in, then I'd like dance in there because like nobody's watching and it's fine.
If you weren't doing drag, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Working. I don't know. I'd be sitting at home miserable. Like I said, I'm not confident out with drag, so other than my day job, I don't do a fat lot. Playing video games, like, I'm really sad.
What kind of games?
Joe
really,
Ash,
really sad games.
Like, how? Come on.
The last game I was playing was Lego Incredibles.
Oh.
I like the Lego games.
I don't
the
do
best.
shooty games and stuff because I'm no good at them. Like,
Yeah,
so
man.
I'll just do the kiddie
I die.
games.
What do you do to get into character?
Again, I don't think my character is very far off who I am naturally, just a bit more confident, so it doesn't take a lot. There's this automatic thing, so when you put on a wig and a pair of heels, you just flip.
Like a light switch.
Yeah. Like, I
Are
just
you-
suddenly start acting more feminine so without even realising
So-
I'm doing it. don't know.
So it's not like you have to do anything to get into the zone. You just kind of put on your costume. You're like, I'm ready.
But don't get me wrong, I do spend maybe about half an hour sitting in my bra and underwear before I put the rest on, so I probably am slowly working up
Admiring
to it.
yourself?
Oh, no. No.
I look good.
I don't know, it's just,
No,
yeah.
it's not saying it's
I probably am subconsciously getting into it, but no, there's a switch that flips when I put the heels and the wig on, I'm there.
How would you describe your drag performances, like your drag shows?
Well, see, I do story. Like, every queen's got their different thing, but I'm all about stories. So, like, my drag performances tell a tale from start to finish. So they might not always be great. Like, the mixes might not be spot on because I'm not great at technical stuff. But I like to give you a story.
Yeah, man, I don't need this in production. What pressures do you think there is on drag queens starting out?
Getting noticed. There are queens that have been here a bit longer. Some of them sometimes get stuck in, like, you know, they know that they're big, and so trying to get their attention is sometimes difficult. And obviously they're busy women, like, so it's getting attention, getting somebody to take you under your wing. Like, I was begging for years for someone to be my drag mum and take me under their wing, and it never happened. So everything I do, I taught myself to do. That's part of the reason I don't do all the contouring and the big eyebrows. If I tried it once, it failed miserably, and I've never gone back. I just stick with what I
So
know.
you just kind of go for a more sort of natural thing.
It's a sort of, there's about 5 products on my face compared to some queens that are using like 20. I don't use a lot.
Bianca.
Just like reading all the queens today. Where would you most like to perform?
Hello, Wembley!
So, like, I love performing, so I don't care where it is, you know. I don't care if I'm stood here at the side of the Clyde and performing to a small group of people sitting on the wall. Like,
That would be
I like
pretty
doing
cool.
it. I think the intimate gigs are nicer because you can get more interaction with the crowd and stuff than a big, huge one.
Yeah, it's harder that way.
But don't get me wrong, I'd love to, like, I don't know, I keep begging for support. So, see, every time a RuPaul Queen's here, and I like message the, like, Slay and Club Kids and that, I'm like, can I have a gig? Like, I've never got one.
Because like, it's good that they sometimes do give like smaller drag queens opportunity to perform with like bigger, like RuPaul's Drag Race queens.
Yeah, I keep asking, but I've yet to get one. So if anyone's watching and wants me.
Yeah, I guess all your queens coming to the UK soon. If you were on Snatch Game, who would be your go-to celebrity?
Either Sia or Jessie J. I've done Sia already for Snatch Game for Mother Tucker. They did it, and I did Sia. I didn't get a chance to say very much, but I looked great.
Oh, we were quoting like, a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race things over the phone. We got red, and then I started talking about how I'd be a door. And then Victoria from Team December says, I know you would, because you're dumb. Oh, the shade of it all!
No tea, no shade.
Adore Delano is epic, like, and she's very clever, so that's like.
And she's not
false.
in a drag.
Yeah. That's
I like how she goes for a more sort of alternative style.
Yeah, it's different. I like her music and stuff as well. I
She
think
doesn't
she's
wear a
brilliant.
corset, she doesn't give a shit about how much makeup she's wearing.
That's why Adore was my original favourite queen, because like she was so outside the box and she wasn't doing everything that like Michelle Visage was telling her to do, and I loved her for that.
And then my favourite drag queen's when they came out the box. Chandra.
But that's why I like Shanja, because I relate to her as well. See that whole like she was just starting out when she went in there, and everybody looked at like, you know, who the hell's this bitch, and like she proved them all wrong, and that's what I feel like I'm constantly trying to do as this queen that doesn't do the over the top makeup and all of that stuff. Trying to prove that I belong on the scene sometimes is difficult. So that's why I relate to Shangela.
Where can people check out your pages?
So I'm R.Can.Divine on Facebook. It's not my drag name, but Facebook made me put the R the dicks. They were all like, we are pretty sure this is not your legal identity. Please put your real name. So I had to put my real initial on the front of it. So R is not part of my drag name. So yeah, Facebook it's R.Can.Divine with a C. And on Instagram it's Ryan_Candy_official.
Thank you.
Thank you.